know that our generators are running good because we've been using them all summer in the RV parks and whatnot for powering up our trailer, charging batteries and whatnot. So I'm just going to start the generator. I'm going to let it run for 5-10 minutes. I just want to get that oil all heated up in there before I dump it. And so let's get that thing started and we'll get on to the oil change. One of the tips that I have here for you is that I always keep my jerry cans full of stabilized fuel. That way it doesn't matter if I'm going to run it my ATV, my lawnmower, my snowblower, whatever. I've always got stabilized fuel, and that at the end of the season I can just run it out of fuel and be done with it. So it helps the fuel last longer or whatnot. If you're not familiar with how fuel stabilization works, it's super easy. I'm not promoting any brand in particular here, but I'm going to show you how easy it is. My jerry cans are 10 liters each, and this is how I do it. Okay, so usage direction up to 30 milliliters treats 9.5 liters, so our jerry can is 10 liters. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fill this up. We squeeze the bottle until we get up to 30 milliliters right there, and we simply dump that into our jerry can. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to fill up 2 jerry cans, so there's another 30. Then all we need to go do is go to the gas pump like normal, fill them up, and we're done. By putting the stabilizer in first, it's already mixing as you fuel up the jerry can. One of the other things that I like to do when I'm running my generators, I like to put a little bit of a load on them so that they're working a little bit harder. And why not just exercise the motor a bit. Okay, so generator's nicely warmed up here, and it's important to dump the oil while it's still warm, so we'll get the most out of it, and we'll just work towards that. Not sure you can see that or not, but I like to keep an hour meter, and hour meter will allow me to keep an eye on how many hours I'm gotten on the oil. So this is 75.5 hours. I got about 25 hours of use on it this summer. Now the only thing with these small engines is it can be a little bit messy dumping the oil, so we'll just kind of do the best that we can here in getting the most out and not making so much of a mess. So I'm not sure you can see that or not, but the oil level is just at the top there of the bottom of the threads, if that makes sense. So this is a proper oil level, and we're going to dump that old stuff out. See how this goes. This is not going to be in the right spot. Let's try. Oil's pretty dirty, actually. Oh, you see we're spilling a bunch. Okay. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, and now we'll take a look at the air filter. With the right screwdriver. Yeah, it's nice and clean. Now we're just going to leave that like that. A little bit of residual in there. We're just going to wipe that out. Okay, looks nice and clean. So let's talk about the oil just for a second. These little units don't take too much oil. It's actually like 0.3 of a liter or something. It's very little. And even still, even though it's a small engine, I like to run synthetic oil through these little engines. And in this case, I'm using 10W30, and let's just get it up to where it needs to be. Okay, oil levels right here, which is perfect. I always forget to ask for people to click like and subscribe, and I think it's kind of showing in my number. So just before we go on to the next section here, just click that thumbs up button and click subscribe, and then we'll get on to it. Okay, so let's talk about fuel for a second. What we want to do here is make sure that we have our carburetor ran out of fuel for the time that we're not going to use it, okay? Now I use, in Canada here, it's Chevron's highest octane fuel for my generators, just because it's got the least amount of ethanol in it. And with the stabilizer, it just gives my carburetor a good fighting chance to not get gummed up with stuff. So when I need it, I'm going to be able to fire it up and use it. Now, saying that, it's important to put our generators away for the year in good shape, because now we're getting into fall, And stick around for my next video. I'm going to talk about emergency generator use and how to pick a size and all that kind of stuff for what you need. And but the critical thing here is to run the generator out of fuel, and I'll show you exactly what happens when that happens with the generator, and how to do that. And that'll be it. Once it runs out of fuel, you're ready to put it away. Fuel off. So that took about 3 minutes to run out of fuel, and now the generator is ready for storage for the winter. I got one more to do here. I use 2 generators when I'm out camping. The small one I use just for charging batteries and whatnot, and the bigger one I use for my air conditioning unit if I need it. And I'm going to run through the whole thing real quick here for you. I'm going to speed it up, and you can tell me if there's anything different. Okay, so same thing, we're going to check the air filter on this unit. And if you haven't clicked subscribe and the thumbs up yet, then now's a good chance. Okay, so my filter here actually looks really good as well still. Even after 78 hours, I haven't had to change this out. Take a look in the box. It's nice and...
Right, that's that.
Okay, so we're only halfway up here. Going to add a little more. So my generators get stored inside, beside my RV batteries, and I would suggest if you can keep yours inside that you do that. If not, at least have them underneath a tarp outside, and you'll be keeping your generator running for years to come. So now we got 2 generators ready to go here for emergency or for the next season. Stick around on my next video. I'll actually probably break out the diesel generator and show you what that's all about. There's definitely some advantages having a small diesel generator in the event of emergency. Until then, again, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you at the next Fix It.